Mic check 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and I'm back. I'm coming at you with something a little bit different today because we're about 2 months into the year. I can't believe it. It feels like 2024 just started, but February is pretty much done, and we're going into March, and we know March is gonna fly by, and just like that, a quarter of the year is gonna be out the way. And we talk about video games on this channel. Obviously, I have a collection that I'm working with and working through. But I do think that there are 3 things that you should purchase in 2024 before you buy another single video game. And, these are just thoughts that I've collected after watching a number of YouTube videos, reading financial reports, watching the news, and just seeing how you can better prepare yourself for the rest of this year and then going into 2025. So there are 3 things, again, that I think that you should buy or invest in before buying another video game. And I strongly suggest that you consider these. And if you have already invested in some of these, or if you are already doing some of these things, then by all means, congrats to you, hats off to you, you're off to a great start. So the first thing that I would recommend is I would recommend that you invest in a hobby, right? That gets you outside of the house and that gets you out from behind a screen, whether it's a handheld screen or, a TV screen. I suggest you invest in something or buy something that's going to get you outside of that. Now, for me, the 2 things that I do outside of playing video games is, 1, I go to the gym. If you've been following my channel since the start of the year, you'll know that I started the year off roughly at around 226 pounds. And I had a goal of losing about 30 pounds by April or May-ish. Now I'm down 20 pounds. January and February, I've been working really hard at it. Coming out of February, there's been a slowdown in how much weight I've been losing, but to be honest, my gym time has slowed down just due to life events and different things that have happened that have just made it a little bit harder for me to maintain my usual gym regimen. But I will be getting back on track with that. Nevertheless, I've still been able to successfully drop 20 pounds since the year started. I'm super happy about that. I feel better. Obviously, I look better. The clothes fit better, and you just overall feel better whenever you're able to get back into shape. And so I think, especially for us gamers, it's easy for you to be stationary, sit in one spot, constantly, looking at a screen, playing video games, unless you're playing something like a motion game, like if you're playing Ring Fit or if you're playing, Fist of the North Star Boxing, 2 of my favorite active video games. My strong suggestion is do something that's going to get you out from behind a screen, really preferably outside of your house. I do enjoy going to the gym, but I also enjoy going to the gun range. So those are 2 things that kind of get me outside of the house, get me outside of just, the 4 walls. And you just feel different when you're able to get outside, get a breath of fresh air, be around people. Yeah, they might be strangers, but it just does something for you mentally. It's almost like a refresher. So if you don't have a gym membership, if you don't have a hobby that you're invested in that can get you outside of the house, look up something. Depending on where you live in the country or depending on where you live in the world, I'm not sure where you're viewing this from, if you're, what area you're viewing this from. But if you live in a warm state like California, there's so many things that you can do outside the house. And even if you live in a colder state like New York, if you live on the East Coast, there's definitely things that you can do even now that can get you outside of the house. It's getting warmer, it's getting nicer. So definitely, strongly recommend you do that. The second thing that I would invest in before I bought another video game is I would invest in a healthier diet plan. Now, what you're looking at here, this is just some ginger juice, organic ginger juice. And it's very good for your system. It's very good for your liver. I've been drinking ginger juice. It's helped me just kind of just overall with my body. It's an anti-inflammatory, and a lot of the things that we eat tend to, they're bad for us. They're bad for our liver. They're very fatty. They're very acidic. They're very sugary. And so these are things that they're not kind or friendly to your body, especially over the long term. So my recommendation would be to invest in a healthier diet. I don't know what it is you eat now, but it's kind of stupid to, pay a bunch of money for video games and then buy McDonald's all day, or eat, poor foods all day, or eat Wendy's all day, or French fries or burgers. It's sad that, in our country, to get the healthier stuff, it's more expensive. You would think the stuff that's better for you is cheaper. You would think that the stuff that's healthier for you is cheaper, but no, it's actually the opposite here. It actually costs more to eat healthy and live healthy, and that really just sucks. I hate that, but that's the facts of life. So before you go buying another game, open up your refrigerator, look at your pantry, and say, okay, what am I eating? Is it good for me? Is it healthy for me? Is it going to work well with my diet? Does it work well with whatever physical condition I'm in? Take time and invest in some better foods for yourself, because you're overall going to feel better. It's going to help you, especially if you're doing things like going to the gym or working out. It's going to help you just feel better, and it's going to promote longevity in your life. So definitely, before you buy another video game, I say look at your pantry, look at your fridge, and get yourself some healthier foods. The last thing that I would recommend before you go out buying another video game is to invest in yourself. Find a program, find a course that will teach you a new skill. There's a tons of courses online. There's a number of things that you can do. There's a number of licenses that you can get that will enable you to do different jobs throughout your city, throughout your town. And, with the change in the job market, because there is a change in the job market, there is a change in the economy. I know this is not a channel for economics, but if you look at it, interest rates are very high. They're not going down anytime soon, which means the cost to buy money or borrow money is still going to be extremely high. And this makes it very difficult for people to purchase homes, for people to, it makes students very hesitant to get student loans. It's just kind of a tough financial time. And so my recommendation would be to take the time and invest in yourself. Buy a course that will teach you how to, set up a YouTube page, or run a YouTube channel, or run an e-commerce business, or get a license. Maybe you may want to get your real estate license. I know I just said that it's a tough time for the real estate market, but now is the best time to go and get your license when times are tough in the real estate market, so that when they are booming, because everything is cyclical and it's going to come back around again. But if you take the time now, get your real estate license, learn about the real estate game, learn about investments, learn about finances, when the economy bounces back, you'll be in position to take advantage of those opportunities. You don't want to wait until things are good to then say, all right, let me now go and learn about this thing, or let me now go and get my license and level up. No, you want to level up and invest in yourself when the times are tough, so that when the opportunities present themselves, you're in position to take advantage. I made a video the other day that said life is like an RPG. The game of life is like an action RPG, and you kind of have to grind it out. There are times in the game where you're going to need a potion to get your health back, get your HP up. There are times where, you're going to discover new weapons and you're going to have to learn new skills, but you have to consistently be grinding, and you have to be investing the time in yourself to make sure that you succeed and excel in this game of life. And the more prepared you are, the better positioned you are for those opportunities when they come, is the more easy it's going to be for you to take advantage of those cheat codes that life will tend to throw your way. So I know this is a little bit of a different video today. I'm getting ready to get out and take care of some things, but I figured I'd just share this with the gaming community, because it's easy to get caught up. It's easy to get lost in games. Don't get lost in your games. Take some time, invest in yourself, invest in your health, and invest in something that gets you out from behind the screen so that you can live and have a more productive life. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.